Hello, this is Bishop Garland Hunt, and this is the Power of Hope Devotional. Hey, welcome. I love the fact that some of you guys follow me faithfully. I love the comments that you give me. Please continue to comment. The more you comment, the more people see it. And I respond and all that. And then if you share it and more people comment and they see that they're interested, maybe they'll share it also. So I want to just say it to you, but please know that your interaction makes a big difference. And I love it. It also encourages me for what I'm doing to know that I should continue doing it. So anyway, so thank you so much. And I love every last one of you. Yes, last time I talked to you, I was talking to you about really touching young people. And that's very important to you. But I noticed that God seems to be beginning to really move among young people. And I noticed even, I don't know if you saw the movie Jesus Revolution, but it was an example of what took place in the 70s. Actually, maybe was it the 60s actually to the 70s, and how that they had this Jesus Revolution, and God just tremendously moved among young people. And now even with Asbury Revival back in 1970, there was this tremendous move of spirit that took place at Asbury University. Well, guess what? Now, just a few weeks ago, there was another move of God at Asbury University. So again, it was touching younger people. And I even wanted to make sure I got this thing right about Gen Z. Gen Z is those that are born from 1997 to 2012. So they're about 11 to 26 years old. And I'm thinking about, man, we got to get a hold, because those are college age kids. Those are kids that are teenagers now. Gen Z, I need you. Gen Z, I want you. It's time to take care of the nation. We're even going to be having a leadership training school this summer. I need all of my Gen Zs a part of it, because we're going to be talking about a biblical worldview, how to see the world from God's perspective, whether it's medicine, whether it's law, whether it's social studies, whatever it might be, in chemistry, whatever it might be, how God sees this from a biblical perspective, and then talk about the foundations. So you understand that you won't have to be defending your faith and you're not sure, but you need to be sure how you defend your faith. So that's a leadership training school going on later on this July. So I'm just saying to you that we need you young people. I need you in my church. I need you to come beside me, because we have a whole world to take over. And the millennials are getting older, because now the millennials are from 27 to 43. So the millennials are Generation Y. So you guys understand that clearly God's doing something with you. But with the Asbury Revival, man, that was just a question where, well, one chapel service, they just continued to keep meeting. And they continued to meet, and God started moving, and some people went to class and they came back and they found out that God was still there, and then people start flooding into the place. And before you know it, you got hours and hours, over 100-some hours of nonstop revival, nonstop movement and prayer and worship. So God broke out there at Asbury, and so many people came from other places. They heard about it. They stood in line to get in, and then they went back and took it to about 10 more universities. So right now, but I know it's spring break going to get toward the end of the school year, but there was a minute that things were hot on the school campuses. It was hot. And what I'm saying is, it was hot not because of March Madness. I'm saying it was hot because God was moving. That's what it is. The Holy Ghost was marching. he was marching with madness. So therefore, we have an Asbury Revival that took place. But there are other revivals that are taking place. I mean, we had Toronto Revival and Brownsville Revival. As a matter of fact, I had an opportunity to participate in those revivals. And many times, and largely, they were young people. As a matter of fact, the Brownsville Revival was a young 18-year-old girl, and it may have been younger, that started praying and singing at the end of Father's Day message. And she was praying, come to the altar, run to the altar, and people started running to the altar. I mean, tremendous anointing upon this young girl's house. Steve Hill was the speaker. I had the opportunity to go there and meet Steve Hill and meet Michael Brown. Michael Brown always was a friend from years ago, and he was one of the ministry leaders. So that's how I got a chance to even greet the people there at Brownsville. So what I'm saying is that this is tremendous what God's been doing recently, but I believe there's a time for a wave for revival that's about to come, and mostly it wants to come through young people. Now, some of us old folk are going to get a benefit out of it, but I'm saying young folk, get ready. And because I'm looking at this, and somebody said there's about 50,000 students that have been impacted by the Asbury Revival, and this says 260 colleges. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of colleges, but they include Lee University, Cedarfield University, Samford University. All these different groups were involved with what took place there in Asbury Revival. Listen, don't let revival get away from you. He says he that's humble and contrite, he will revive. So this is Bishop Garland Hunt. This is the Power of Hope Devotional. I'll talk to you next time.